give them something to drink. To the cliffs!
Proverbs 11. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, the transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. When a wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of unjust men perisheth. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. An hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rakakwadash. Much mercy and true honors to you, brothers. That's actually in the spirit. And I got something quick I just wanted to say. The multitude in the wide gate, yeah, they have the carnal knowledge, but they are far from the spirit of the Lord. And because guys have like knowledge and shit, it has puffed guys up to where the spirit can't dwell with them. See, that is what happens when a lot of guys that's not right from the beginning. This truth will puff them up to where they think they don't have to listen anymore. Like they think they got it. And there's one guy say, we don't have leaders. Well, you have leaders. It's just that a lot of you guys, you're not hearkening to the true leaders because it's not what your flesh want to hear. So by that right there, it's like a lot of you guys are in the flesh anyway. You don't understand what the spirit is saying. Here it is. You got all these guys reading the Bible, but they're not even in the spirit of the Bible. They're actually against the spirit of the Bible. And you could thank these groups, these churches, the world, your elderly apostles, which that's not in the scriptures, elder apostle. And you could thank all these wide gates, these groups, these camps, because they teach you some truth, but then they give you lies in there. So now Jake is all fucking mixed up. And I got this question the other day talking about us in Yoda mode and, asking us this and that. Well, what you have to understand about that, like I answered, you have to measure the times, and it's a season for everything under the sun. Like the scripture tell you, it's a season for everything. It's a season for everything. Just like being out there on the highways, it was a season for that. The reason why guys are going to the highways and the hedges is because they have the multitude and they have the views and they have the clout and the fame. They're not looking at this as the prophets of the Lord did. They're looking at this as something of the world. Like they have profited with the world. They're not looking at it as the prophets of the scriptures. So therefore, a lot of you guys are in the fucking flesh. A lot of guys are in the flesh. A lot of guys are failing themselves in these last days because they're hard of hearing. They're not listening because the knowledge that they have, they think that puffs them up to where Jake, he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen because of the knowledge. That's why the scripture say knowledge puffeth up. So what's happening out there right now is the multitude and the wide gates, they have knowledge. They have knowledge. They have carnal knowledge. But they're far away from the spirit. Because one thing in these wide gates, they're denying the covenant. They're denying Yahweh Shai. They say you're not in the covenant yet, which the Lord brought an agreement. He said, this is my blood and this is my body. Break it. This is the new covenant. He brought that already. So because guys are in these wide gates where their leaders totally throw off the covenant, a lot of you guys are fucking reprobates and you don't know what the Spirit is doing. You're lost. You see? You're lost. And if guys around you too are showing them signs like they're proud, they don't want to listen and humble down to like what the Spirit is saying. Because one thing about our people, they say, oh, we don't have leaders. Oh, we need leaders. Oh, Yahweh Shai, he's a leader. Well, the Lord, he sets up leaders. Yahweh Shai set up 144,000 men. He set up true leaders, which he tell you that the true leaders are going to be hated any fucking way. So a lot of you guys, what we tell a lot of you guys, even certain guys around us, we tell you guys certain things and you scoff at it because a lot of you guys are in the flesh. You're not even looking at this thing through the Spirit. And let alone you guys in your groups and your camps, you're totally fucking lost out there. Because the Lord told you, he said the wide gate is where the destruction is going to be. So that's what the Lord said. You can't follow the wide gate to do evil. The blind lead the blind. The scripture tell you the multitudes was born in vain. The scripture tell you that don't follow a multitude to do evil. You guys are not following the scriptures. You're following the multitudes and the camps and the great camps. The Lord also says, if this world highly esteems you and honor you, you are abomination unto the Lord. Guys are not following the scriptures. They're not following the Lord. They're following what they want to do. So therefore, a lot of you guys, you're going to be destroyed in these days because you're not listening to the Spirit. And another thing too, that channel, Gabar and Mamoth, you know, me and the brother, we're not on that channel, man. We're not doing videos on that channel anymore. This truth is going to another level. It's like if you're not really of the Spirit, then you're not going to dwell amongst the Spirit. And a lot of you guys, you're rejecting the Spirit and what brothers tell you. So therefore, you will not be, you're not in the Spirit. The multitude and the worlds, and it's a lot of things that's being shown and revealed. And guys, they're not hearkening. They're hearkening to their own heart, their own lust. You see, we never hid our talents. You know, for guys talking about, oh, you guys, you can't hide your talents in this. Well, a lot of you guys don't know what the fuck you talking about, man. On some real shit. And a lot of you guys are just you're disobedient. Your fucking ears is heavy. That means your ears are not fucking open, man. And the thing about it is, a lot of you guys are in the flesh, man. A lot of you guys are in the flesh. So the thing about it is, we see this thing for what it is. And a lot of you guys are going to be caught out there in a fucking wide gate. And because you're not listening. You're listening to the wide gate and what everybody's doing in the world. At this point, camps, groups, and guys are part of the world. So therefore, the elect can't dwell in a lot of these camps. A lot of the elect are being kicked out of these camps. And a lot of the elect are not even in these camps because these camps are the wide gate. And so at this time now, whatever these camps are doing is not what the Lord wants to do. It's what men want to do. Men want fame. Men want clout. Men want to be seen. Men want to be heard. Men want to go out there and be on the videos like they do in the work of the Lord. Like I did the video yesterday. You can go out there to the highways all the fuck you want. But if you're not in the Spirit and you're in the wrong mind frame and you can't listen, you're not in the Spirit, man. You got brothers that's been in this thing for a while. And we didn't come in this thing for clout or fame or to be the greatest. And that's a lot of you guys. You guys, what's showing is a lot of guys are not in this for the Lord. It's in this, they're in it just so they can like try to be somebody in the world and be seen. This ain't what that is. Like if you haven't achieved the Spirit and you're still in the fucking carnal mind in these last days, then you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be destroyed. And it's like we've been warning brothers, and it's like guys are really not learning. They're following their own heart, which the scriptures say the heart is deceivable amongst all things. Now, Proverbs 21:16, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So brothers have understanding. We're not out there amongst the wide gate. We're low. We're low. And as the days go on, we're going to become even more lower. And the Lord said, wait till he exalts you. So the thing about it is, like I said, man, that other channel, we just gonna do our own things on these channels, because the thing about it is, it's just, that's just what it is right now. So we'll be doing the work of the Lord from this channel, and the brother has his channel, you see, for right now. That's exactly what it is. So who's ever posting videos on that channel, we don't have nothing to do with that. Because a lot of Jake is in this mind frame where Jake is willful. He's not really reading the scriptures. What I do and what us brothers do, we read the scriptures and we break down Yahweh Shai for you. And therefore we live it out. And you see that guys really don't like, they hate Yahweh Shai. And they hate listening because the knowledge have puffed them up. Proverbs 21:16, the man that wandereth out of way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. And that's why the Lord said you can't follow a multitude to do evil, man. Guys are looking at this thing like, oh, well, the multitude's still going out, or the multitude's doing this. Yeah, the multitude is not doing the real work of the Lord either. For all you simple ass guys out there, you see. But the most best advice that you can get in these days, get the fuck away from the wide gate and the multitudes. Get away from the 1,000 subscribers. Get away from the famous. Number 16, one of the main reasons why the Lord destroyed Korah in number 16, one, because he came up against Moses, and two, he was the famous. You got to remember that when you go to number 16. One, he came up against the Lord's men, which Moses, he wasn't famous. They didn't like Moses. Just like I said, your true leaders, you're not going to like them, because a lot of you guys, you're in the fucking flesh and you can't agree with the spirit. That's why, like the brothers say, Khan, man, Khan. Guys just say Khan, and really they ain't saying Khan, man. It's real deceptive, man. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired. And we don't have to fucking explain ourselves. If a lot of you understood the spirit more than you understood your fucking camps and groups and elderly men that are deceiving your ass, then you'll understand the spirit. Everything has a season. And guys are not measuring the times. They think we just going to be going out to the highways and the hedges for the next 30 years or 20 years or next 10 years. It's no end to it with guys that's in the world, man. That's why guys that's not in a particular mind frame, you got to separate from them. If they can't get it, let them do what the fuck they going to do. Just like you brothers got to separate from the world. The world's not going to make it. Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cage to decline after many rest judgment. You cannot follow the multitude and have the judgment of the fucking multitude. And a lot of you guys, you're of the multitude. You're acting like you're the Lord, but you're the multitude. So that's why when you fall out of the way of understanding, then you're in the congregation of the dead. A lot of you guys, you have all this knowledge, this carnal knowledge, but you're not in the spirit of the Lord. Because a lot of you guys, deep down, you're fucking you're demonic deep down. And like in this time, you cannot hold a demonic image up amongst men that's really in the spirit. I tell you that. And the men that's in the spirit, you're going to be hated. You're not going to be loved. You see, the ones that's loved, they're in the flesh and they're catering to you fucking guys. That's why these elders in these camps and these guys and these leaders in these groups, leaders, elders that's on a high scale, they're not here for your benefit. They're here to have you confused so you don't know where the spirit is, because they don't know where the spirit is. You see, they don't know when, they don't know the seasons. They're not looking at the seasons. You see, that's why a lot of you guys are going to be taken. You're not, carnal knowledge is not having the spirit, because the most important thing in the scriptures is Yahweh Shai in the Gospels. So guys have denied the Gospels and they're not walking like Yahweh Shai. Therefore, guys are not in the spirit. And your apostles denied the covenant, the new covenant. They deny it. They say you got to come down out of spaceships And when the Lord tells you right here real quick, yeah, just a quick lesson, because a lot of you guys, you're not in the spirit. You think where the multitude is, that's where the fame and the clout. The Lord tells you don't follow the fucking wide gate. It's one of the main things the Lord tell you. The wide gate is where everybody is. Now, guys say they need new bodies to be in the new covenant. Well, Paul tells you right here, you got to put off the old man. And a lot of guys are not putting off the old man. They're in this for money. They're in this for clout. They're in this for fame. Ephesians 4:22, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. You have to put on the new spirit in your mind. The Lord didn't say nothing about having a new body so you could be in the covenant. That is the biggest fucking lie that is out there right now, man. And the multitude's following that shit because they're amongst the wide gate and the famous. Guys have all this carnal knowledge, but the spirit, they don't know the spirit. They don't know the times. They don't know anything, man. That's why guys that can't fucking listen and hearken to what brothers telling them, man, you gotta leave their ass alone, man. You gotta leave their ass alone. So for like right now, man, me and the brother, we're just operating from our channels, man. We're not operating from no other channels. This our personal channels. We're not out here for fame or to get likes or views or to be popular. A lot of you clown ass guys out here is really starting to show who you really are, man. Because a lot of you guys were in the flesh the whole time. You just been trying to hide it. But now we're in the time now where guys' works are being tried through the fire. So your true works is showing, and you are showing who you really are. So the Lord said, and that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. And there's no holiness in the fucking wide gate. Matthew chapter 7. Matthew 7. And 13. Enter ye at the straight gate. That's the gate where one at a time can go down. You could read that in Second Edges, I think it's chapter 7, 6 or 7. It tells you about one man can go down at a time. So a lot of you guys, you following the wide gate, man, you're through already. Because your mind frame ain't towards the spirit. A lot of you guys, you're against the spirit because it don't make the flesh feel good. And when you're in the spirit, the flesh is not going to feel good. The spirit does not make the flesh feel good. It's supposed to burn that shit up. You're supposed to be uncomfortable. You're supposed to, the spirit's supposed to be harder. You see, and a lot of you guys that's not listening to brothers and they're explaining certain things to you and you can't get it, you just leave their ass where they at, man. Like I said, we're not operating from no other channels but just our personal channel. So whatever guys is doing on those other channels, that ain't got shit to do with me and the brother. I just want to put that out there because guys say, oh, we need leaders in this. Well, you got leaders and you're not following it. You're not hearkening. You're doing what the fuck you want to do. So go do what the fuck you want to do. Follow the wide gate. All you fucking guys that's in the wide gate, you're not following what the Lord told you to do. Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the wide gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many be which go therein. And that's prophecy. That's why, according to Matthew 13, the tares are being separated from the wheat on a heavy scale. On a heavy scale. The Lord's bringing an end to this, and a lot of you clowns, you want to stay out there. You want to stay here. You want to stay here. While the Lord's closing this thing, you want to, oh yeah, we got to do this and do this. We ain't got to do a goddamn thing. The true men of the Lord been sent on this planet to do certain specific works, and when they did those works, that was it. It wasn't no fucking going in circles for 30 years and 40 years. That's these clowns, man. That's these clowns that's giving you they're giving you some truth, but then they mixing it in there with false doctrine. That's these clowns. That's these wide gates. So the scriptures say, enter ye at the straight gate. That's a difficult gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which going thereat. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and there be there be, and few there be at find it. Verse 15, he says, beware of false prophets. After all of that, so you got a lot of guys. Yeah, guys got this knowledge. They got a lot of knowledge, man. They know all this. They know all that. They could bring this scripture out, but they're not in the spirit because their heart is not right. Their heart is not right. They're not listening to the spirit. Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death, and to be carnally minded is in the wide gate with everybody. You're following the multitude, which is going to be destroyed. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. It is not subject to the law of God, a law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Lord. All you fucking guys in the Y-gate, in these big groups, in these camps, you're not pleasing the Lord. So the Lord's not there. So therefore, you don't know what time it really is. Yeah, they tell you about prophecies and this, that, and the third, but guys are not even in the spirit. Guys are in a demonic, reprobate, rebellion. Their ears are closed to the spirit. If you're in the Y-gate, you're not in the spirit. You just got a lot of knowledge, but you're not in the spirit. The knowledge in the spirit is different. The spirit tells you how to move, which is not in line with the fucking carnal. So the carnal is going to look at the spirit. It's at war with one another. Matter of fact, let me read this real quick, and I gotta go. Yeah, we don't have to like explain ourselves, but the thing about it is, the wide gate is where the flesh is, and the straight gate is where the spirit is. And guys following the wide gate, you're not in the spirit. Galatians 5:17, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. These are contrary one to another, so that ye cannot do the things ye would. So the flesh and the spirit are totally opposite, man. And a lot of you guys are opposite of the spirit. And you're not in the spirit just because you know a bunch of shit. That don't make you in the spirit. Being in the spirit, you're hearkening to the spirit. You have a heart. You have a heart that was actually made for the spirit. That's why guys reject the new covenant. You don't have that new heart because you reject the new covenant. And a lot of you guys that say that you believe in the Lord, your heart's all fucked up. You're in a carnal fucking mind, following the wide gate at heart. So to be carnally minded is death. Hey, with that, I gotta get out of here, man. But it'll be on to the next one, man. You guys that's following the wide gate, you're not in the spirit. And a lot of you guys that's carnal, that can't fucking understand what's going on. You was in this truth for the wrong thing the whole time. That's what we find out too. A lot of guys, they were in this truth for the wrong thing. And with that, hey, shalom.